Hello everyone, welcome back to DiamondTrail Ranch. If you've ever thought about raising backyard chickens, or maybe you're just curious what all the fuss is about, you're in the right place. Today, I'm breaking down 10 surprising benefits of raising backyard chickens. And let me tell you, some of these might just convince you to start your own flock today. These aren't just the obvious reasons either. I'm diving into real life perks we've seen right here on the Homestead. So let's get right into it. All right, starting with the most obvious, but also the most satisfying, is fresh eggs, right? We're always going to be talking about fresh eggs when it comes to backyard chickens, guys. I got interrupted by the chicken. You just can't beat walking out to the coop in the morning and collecting eggs that are still warm. Here you can see a live look right here at our chickens. This is many of them. This is not all of them. We have a lot of chickens, and they all lay eggs. It's amazing. Not only do backyard chicken eggs taste better, because you control the diet, right? But you also know exactly what went into the hens by controlling their diet, which means you're going to get healthier, more nutrient-dense eggs for you and your family. Plus, if you've ever cracked open a store egg and compared it to one from a happy hen at home, you know the yolk color alone says it all. Chickens are little pest-fighting machines. Seriously. They'll scratch and peck at anything that moves. Ticks, mosquitoes, beetles, even baby snakes if you live in Florida like we do. Although you may want some of the snakes depending on what they are, but that's a whole nother thing. That means you'll have fewer bugs in your yard and garden and less reason to use chemical pesticides. Our birds are part of the natural ecosystem out here, and they do an amazing job. Let me tell you about this giant spider we saw in the chicken coop last night. It was kind of funny. My daughter pointed it out. That thing was bigger than her hand. It must have been a huntsman. I mean, that thing was gigantic. We've been getting a ton of rain, so I imagine that's where it came from. You're going to have less food waste when you have backyard chickens. This is our third one, right? Here's a benefit a lot of folks don't think about. Chickens actually help reduce your kitchen waste. Instead of tossing old veggies, rice, fruit scraps, we just bring them out to the girls and the boys. We have a couple of roosters out here. They love it, and it saves us money on feed. Plus, it keeps food out of the landfill, which is a win-win for the environment. You can also get your homemade compost with your backyard chickens, right? Between the chicken droppings, we have rabbit droppings here too. We'll have to get some videos on our rabbits. Excited about that. Your leftover chicken bedding and your chickens, they give you gold with those droppings in that bedding. Compost gold. You can make compost tea as well, which is a whole nother amazing thing with chickens. Chicken manure, once composted properly, is an amazing fertilizer for your garden. It's rich in nitrogen and helps boost your soil health. If you're growing your own veggies or fruit trees like we are, this stuff is like rocket fuel, for real. I mean, you can set it and forget it. You might want to dilute it a little bit depending on how rich or dense or fresh it is, but it's definitely worth it. Number 5 here, it teaches kids responsibility with backyard chickens. Kind of like my horse video I just did. Ooh, look at these! Ladies. Hey. If you got kids or even grandkids visiting, chickens are the perfect first pet. They teach responsibility, empathy, and care without needing a leash or a litter box. Although they may need a chicken coop box to lay some eggs, right? Daily chores like feeding, checking the waters, especially the waters here in Florida. Ours are free range here, as you can see, so they get a lot of food plus the leftover scraps and regular chicken feed. The checking the water, like I mentioned, collecting eggs. It gives kids structure and a sense of purpose. And let's be honest, they're hilarious little creatures that kids can't get enough of. Or me, you know. I love them. I mean, look at them. These guys will entertain you all day forever and ever. Yeah, it's great. Their chickens are great for your mental health. They're great for the environment. They're great for your gardens. They're great for all kinds of things. They're great for your health, your diet, physical, mental health. Number 6, they're surprisingly entertaining. This one might sound funny, but chickens are so entertaining. Every bird has its own personality. For real, ours really do. I mean, every bird, especially these ones we joke about and call them Karens right here, like this gray one and that orange one right there. These two here, this is just an example. This is Bambi. Say hi, Bambi. She's always hanging out. You guys have seen her in all our other videos. She hangs out with the chickens. Chickens are, you know, every bird has its own personality. And once you get to know them, they're like feathery little soap operas. We got our bossy hens, our quiet ones, our sneaky ones who try to hide their eggs, of course. Actually, our hider, let's see if I can find it over here. This one likes to hide eggs. Oh, they're not there anymore. Okay. Well, that's good. So, anyway, they try to hide their eggs. It's better than TV. It really is. Not some days, but all days. Watching your flock do their own thing is relaxing and honestly just fun. Like I mentioned, it's number 7 here. It's a mental health boost. Speaking of relaxing, let's talk about mental health. Spending time with animals, especially in nature, has been proven to reduce stress, anxiety, and even depression. There's something grounding about going outside in the fresh air, tending to your flock, hearing them cluck and scratch. It brings you back to the moment. You know, it's real life therapy. It's live therapy. Gets you out of that tunnel vision. Like it mentioned, grounding. You know, take a deep breath, look around, just listen to the sounds of the not so quiet chickens. You'll have lower grocery bills. Generally speaking, this is grocery bills. This isn't feed bills. This is number 8. Eggs aren't the only way chickens save you money. You know, you won't have to buy necessarily pest control or compost, especially compost. I mean, you're getting your own. You can't ask for better compost. If you have chickens, rabbits, goats, horses especially. If you have any of those, especially rabbits, one I mentioned a minute ago, it's all great. It's all great. The goat's kind of the bottom of the totem pole as far as the compost with these animals. Ducks are fantastic. Nitrogen, that's another one. Anyway, back to the eggs though. You know, you get your compost, you have your less food waste, your grocery bills start to shift. Not to mention, if you end up with more eggs than you can eat, you know, you can sell or barter them with friends and neighbors. A carton of fresh eggs around here sells for 5 to 7, 5 to 8, honestly, easy. You know, they sell, you know, the brown eggs. They'll be like, oh, $8 for a carton of 12, you know, free-range brown eggs because they're brown. Check out my other videos on why that literally doesn't matter. It's ridiculous. You know, it just... Number 9 here, they help build self-sufficiency. Raising chickens is one of the easiest steps towards self-reliance. You're providing food for your family, producing fertilizer, and reducing dependency on the system. All from your backyard. For a lot of us, you know, it's that first step toward a more sustainable lifestyle. And once you start, it opens the door to so many other homesteading skills. Number 10 here, it brings your community together. This is our last one here, our 10 benefits. This is one surprised me the most, actually, especially, you know, being an introvert. Chickens help build community, whether it's neighbors stopping by for eggs on the daily, friends asking how to start their own coops, folks on YouTube sharing advice. Chickens are conversation starters, you know. They bring people together. I've met some amazing people just because of this little flock we have out here. So there you guys have it. 10 reasons why raising backyard chickens is more than just a quirky hobby. You know, it's practical, rewarding, and deeply fulfilling. Honestly, if you've been on the fence, let this be your sign. It doesn't take a huge property or fancy setup, just a little space, a little time, and a lot of love for your animals. And if you're already raising chickens, let me know in the comments which of these benefits surprised you the most, or share one I missed. I'd love to hear about your flock. What do you guys have? What are your favorite chickens? If you're just starting out or thinking about it, I got more videos on choosing the right breeds, setting up a beginner-friendly coop, daily chicken care. So make sure to hit that subscribe button and follow along here at Diamond Trail Ranch. I want to thank you guys for spending the time with me today, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And remember, happy hens, happy homestead.